Hey, KIC here. Welcome back to ARK Survival Evolved. Before I do anything else, a quick bit of business. I need to say something and just kind of get it out there. A couple weeks ago, I enabled fan funding on the page. This is not me asking for you to do that, by the way, just so I can be absolutely clear. The reason I'm mentioning this is because I enabled it on there and a few of you have donated, and for that I want to say thank you, but I also want to make it clear it's completely anonymous. I have no idea who donated how much, when, anything like that. So, if you donated and you were wondering why I didn't say anything, that's why. I have no idea who does. And for those who didn't, those who can't, those who don't want to, any of those things, it's totally cool. Again, I am not asking for it. I just want to make sure that you know, if you do donate, one, I appreciate it, thank you, and two, I have no way to know that you did. So it's not that I'm being a jerk and ignoring you, it's that, well, I just have no way to know what's going on. So, with that out of the way, let's get back to the show. On the last episode, kind of put together the next step of the little outpost over here. Now, since I have killed off a few things, it looks like the dinosaurs are slowly respawning back down there, but we do have a few more things to do. So let's go ahead and take care of a couple of those straight away. See, there's a Packy down here, along with some Phiomias, etc. So we do have some new dinosaurs down here. One thing I really like, and I kept forgetting to experiment with, was that. Yeah, I just landed the bird, was still on the bird, and if you give me a second, we're going to goof around with that a little more. Very briefly, I promise you. Oh, dang it, I need more fiber. Crud, sorry about that. I thought I had what I needed. I missed the part where I need a lot of fiber. Let's go grab some of that. And, well, that'll give me a chance to play with that right away, although chances are I'm going to have to deal with various things over here, just out of curiosity. Can I pick you up? Nope. Or I missed. Either way, so sorry, Parasaur, you're kind of, you're out of luck there. Best of luck to you, Parasaur. I suspect we'll have some ants coming in momentarily, and if that's the case, so be it. I will bust my pike out and dispatch them with cruel efficiency. Or at least that's kind of the plan. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Now, I think before I'm ready to bring all my dinosaurs over here, or at least the ones who will make sense to be over here, my idea was let's kind of get not just the basics, but a little more than the basics in place. So that's why I'm actually going through the trouble of doing all this stuff that I've already done before, well, namely in setting up my primary base. But I think it'll all be worth it in the long run. It's only going to take a little while to do this, which, compared to some of the other harebrained schemes I have, this one is actually fairly short-term, which I kind of like, because some of these other things I have in mind are going to take a long time. Namely, well, maybe not namely, but one of them being the Brontosaurus, who I have not forgotten her, so there is your mention of the Brontosaurus. Nope, haven't forgotten her. Nope, not going to explain anything yet, but really, like I said, you probably have an idea of where I'm going. It's nothing too surprising on that front. Do want to mention one thing right quick here while we are flying on the back of Big Bird. In the last episode, tamed another Argentavis. So now I have two Argentavises. Argentavici? I'm going to say two Argentavises. Two Argents, if you prefer that. So I have a couple of birds now. I have not named the other Argentavis. It's a female bird. She is level 19 right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there if you have a name that you'd like for her. I'm not going to name her for today's episode and probably not for tomorrow's episode, so just in case it's something you're interested in, maybe you'd like to participate that way, go ahead and leave a comment with your name. And maybe I'll pick it, maybe I won't. I don't know, we'll see. It depends on, you know, if after a few days I only have one name, well, then that might make it kind of easy, although I do hold veto rights, of course, but really, you don't want to go there? It's obstructed, but it's green. There we go. I thought we'd go ahead and get one storage box in there, one large storage box, and, you know, heck, while I'm thinking about it, let's just go ahead and throw some of this junk in here that I don't really need right now. I guess that's actually pretty much it. And then Big Bird, I'm going to go ahead and give you all of my narco berries because that seems like a good idea. I have thought about taming that Packy. Oh, there are 2 Packies now. You were here earlier. You just spawned. You were not here. I'm going to keep that one in my back pocket because we still have other things I would like to do. I'm not sure if I'm going to worry about placing another forge on today's episode. I was thinking about it, and you know, 1 forge is good, but if 1 forge is good, then 2 forges is probably better, and if 2 forges is better, then 3 has got to be much better, and so on and so forth as it goes. But at the very least, I actually would like to do a little bit of work that would, I think, translate into, quote-unquote, let's say, getting stuff done. And by that I mean getting closer to the actual goal of moving some dinosaurs out here and making use of this place. Now, of course, to do that, I really do need to get rid of some of these trees because I need their precious materials. But, you know, that's just the way it goes. Did bring Big Bird just because he can carry quite a bit, at least as birds go. So that'll be pretty helpful, I think. I'm going to need to be making quite a few foundations, and I'm kind of keeping it in my back pocket additionally that we're in an area that has cats and other creatures I am fond of. So should one pop up and the opportunity arise, I'm not opposed to maybe seeing what happens. And if not, that's okay. I'm all right with that too. I don't always get the chance to do some of the more, I don't know. I don't want to say mundane stuff because that kind of paints this in a bad light, and I don't really mean that, but some of the things that, well, they're definitely important, I think. Now, the question I have is, how should I do the fence? Part of me wants to do it with regular wood foundations, but I think that would take forever, so let's not do that. I don't think I have that kind of time. The amount of materials that would be required to do that is exceptionally prohibitive. At least insofar as my current schedule is concerned. Yeah, I like this landing and walking around thing. That's pretty awesome. I am not kidding. I really like that. I think that is really neat. Big Bird. I am dehydrated and carrying a lot of stuff that weighs... much. Let's go ahead and do that. Nope, wrong one. Back to this one. Let's go ahead and craft some more fence foundations. I don't know how many we're going to need to do this. I suspect quite a few. I'm trying to be careful because, as I did say, there are cats and other creatures out here that I should probably be aware of. I'm going to go ahead and give him a command to attack anything that I attack, or that, well, I guess is my target. Just to be on the safe side. I don't know that I'm going to need to do that, but seems like it would be a good idea. All right, I am way down. You come over here. You don't want to come over here? Good, now land. Don't go too far. There you go. Land, buddy. Land ho. No? You want to land over there? All right, good choice. I actually like that choice. I'll go ahead and move in your direction then. Fine choice, my feathered friend. Let's go and get rid of this tree. Should be running low on thatch. There we go. Yeah, I thought I'd be getting to the point where I'm about out. Luckily, there are some trees nearby. I can go ahead and give you those foundations. He's going to be weighed down pretty soon here, so I won't be able to give him too many more before we carry on with this madness. And then I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the mountainside, just because I did mention there are some various other things around, and maybe it'd be a good idea to just go check them out and see what sort of things are in the neighborhood. You know, kind of get to know the neighbors, that sort of thing. Look at that. I have enough to do 12 more. We're going to hop on him. He's probably not too happy with me right now for how much I'm asking him to carry, but yeah, you know, he's not very argumentative, which I do appreciate that. So let's go ahead and make a beeline for the cube, as it has been so quaintly called, which I guess, well, it really is a cube, so I can't argue with that. Again, I'll probably end up moving things around at some point. Maybe expanding, just out of curiosity. No, you can't run on one of these guys. Oh, we got a raptor down here. It's Raptor Central. Can I knock you out, Raptor? Just out of curiosity. Not that I really need another raptor. I mean, I have a boatload of them. Ah, that raptor's gonna die. That's alright. Bye, raptor. You're dead. Well, I suppose I could go harvest it. Why not, right? Harvest! Harvest. That actually gives Big Bird some more food, which is a good thing. I was a little concerned about him running out at some point, so... Before I start placing things... Oh, man, maybe I do need to place them. I'm going to say, before I start placing them, maybe I should just throw them all in the box. I mean, hey, I have the room to store stuff now. But, no, I think we'll go ahead and start placing them. Now, depending on who I bring over here, that is actually going to determine how much room I need. And just so you know, I don't think I'm going to do the entirety of this fence on camera. It is going to require a lot of pieces, so that seems a little prohibitive. I don't know that I really want to do that. But I would like to at least start it on camera. That way I could say we did this together, right? So let's go ahead and start right here. And then we're just going to keep going across the way here. I don't know. Depending on what I bring over, I might need a mammoth gate. Behemoth gate. Did I say mammoth gate? Wow, I said mammoth gate. I don't know what a mammoth gate is. Well, a mammoth gate would be a behemoth gate because you can't fit them through anything else. They get stuck on smaller gates. Which I didn't expect that. That was quite the surprise to me. Still have issues with the way these snap, and I'm always a little worried that I'm going to do that. You see that? How that kind of slipped out to the side there? Yeah, that one wouldn't have been a good placement. Right now, I might be able to just go ahead and call it a day with a regular dino gate. I can make one of those without too much trouble, I think. Still have a variety of other things I'd like to try. Like I said, this seemed like it'd be something I could wrap up in fairly short order compared to some of the other items on my list, so that's why I'm doing this, but still want to try and see if I can get a Gigantopithecus using I don't know what you want to call it, but I guess a taming pen. That's effectively what it would be. Pretty sure I know how to do that, assuming it hasn't been taken out of the game. There's a little discussion a while back in the comments about that maybe you can't do that anymore. Maybe that was during one of the live streams. I don't really remember. But I would still like to try and do that. So that's pretty... Wow, that's what... 15 wide? I should probably go out a couple of more just to kind of add a little bit of length to this here enclosure. I think that'll be sufficient. We'll go ahead and 90 degree it from here. Assuming I can find the snapping point. There it is. Okay, we're getting close. And like I said, I probably won't do all of this on camera. Or if I do, it'll be maybe on a stream when I can just kind of take my time doing all of this stuff and we can just kind of kick back and hang out. That seems to work out pretty well for me when I actually have that kind of time, which isn't always. If you didn't see it this weekend, I had a bunch of streams going. They're slowly posting throughout the week. The archives are. Unfortunately, I've had to make a lot of, we'll say, edits to things because of how I chose to stream. I've actually discovered that my mute switch, which I so lovingly described in one of the streams, it's actually part of my problem. I was having some audio issues in the streams where there was kind of some static coming through. Yeah, it turns out it was my mute switch, which the irony has not been lost on me, don't worry. But, you know, whatever. I have some experimenting to do with that thing, and with any luck, I'll figure it out and get it all working again. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe I'll go a little further out here, maybe say another, oh, I don't know, 3 or 4, maybe 6, I don't know, something like that. And I'm just going to bring it back around, square it off, nice and easy like that. But for now, let's just go see what's in the neighborhood. I'd like to get to know the neighbors. So, let's see, you have a sufficient amount of food on you. I'm actually going to take, maybe I needed 2 of those. No, that's fine. I'm good with that. So let's go ahead and drink some water, hop on Big Bird's back. I'm going to put that spear away in case I accidentally stab him. That would be traumatic. He would not appreciate that. And let's just go see what's up on the mountain. The bird went over the mountain to see what he could see. Might actually do the first load of metal. I mean, hey, why not, right? Have that forge set up. I think that's a good idea. You know, something you're not going to see up here, and, well, let me rephrase. Something you shouldn't see up here. I haven't actually looked, I don't think. Maybe I did. Maybe I did when I got the Doedicurus, but, yeah, there used to be a female T-Rex who was stuck in the mountain. Huh. Well, look at that. It looks like there is a T-Rex up in the mountain, as well as a Carno. Maybe a cat? Is that what that is? I think the T-Rex and the cat are fighting. What are you? Wild male Rex level 5. I can't see what you're doing over there. You're ready to bite on me, and I'm not really interested in that. See, this is why I kind of want to make sure I have taken notice of everyone around here. Cat and the Carno. Let's just check out the Carno. It's male. Female saber-tooth, level 5. Those are not particularly interesting. Then I just want to check over here, and we'll just grab a little bit of metal, not a ton. Like I said, I don't want to do all of this stuff on camera just because some of this junk is probably best left to other times. I think that's a fair way to phrase it. Let's see, if I forcefully land my bird here, he should stay put, right? Don't prove me wrong, because I might need a quick escape. You never know. Okay, so there's one batch of metal. We're going to go ahead and dump that off on him. Lucky him, right? Just out of curiosity. Thinking maybe I could get lucky and get some wild flowers. I think that's one of those things I need. There we go, the rare flower. Yeah, I wouldn't mind grabbing a bunch of those. I believe that's one of the ingredients you need for the... I don't think it's called it anymore, but the, well, I can't think of the name that it's not called anymore. The stew you can make to reset your skill points, your engrams. I think it had some sort of name, and it's actually not called that. It was called X, and now it's actually Y. Something along those lines, anyway. Going to hold that, sir. That does not spoil. That is good. That is pleasant news to me. I like that. Let's go ahead and do one more. Just go ahead and hop on Big Bird here so I don't have to walk as far. Yes, that's how lazy I am. I actually just really like using that forced landing thing. That's really great. That is such a relief. Yeah, all done. Stop swinging. Got it. Okay, so that's 76. It's not a lot, but it's enough to kind of get started. So I'm going to go ahead and take this back to the outpost. I'm going to start the forge up, which probably means I actually need to go chop some more trees down. So I'll do that on my time. And next episode, we should have some metal in there cooking. I'm pretty excited about that, and we'll take care of a few more things that need to happen over there. But just the same, there will still be plenty of work to be done. So I will catch you on the next episode. Until then, thanks for watching. See you later.